Yo, listen up, stop for a second and just hear me out. It's 2026 and Raid is literally throwing new players tons of free loot, insane resources, and crazy strong champions for a fast start. But here's the truth. 90% of beginners just straight up throw it all in the trash. Because of basic mechanic mistakes, you're losing massive rewards every single day, rewards that could skyrocket your account progression. These mistakes slow you down, cost you top-tier champions, tons of resources, and burn literal months of progress. In this video, we're going hard and breaking down the 5 most critical beginner mistakes. Make sure you watch this till the very last second, no skipping, so you don't make them yourself. And even if you've been playing for a while, you'll still walk away with free resources from universal promo codes. So lock in, you're on the 2GT channel, let's get into it. But before we jump into the first and most brutal mistake, you need to subscribe right now. Because in the next videos, I'm dropping fresh codes for all players, and maybe even new player exclusives. We're in event right now. Devs are releasing tons of hidden freebies, and I'm basically handing them to you on a plate so you don't miss anything. So hit subscribe and smash that bell right now. The first and most fatal mistake 99% of beginners make is registering directly through the official site or app store. If you start the game like that, you begin with a completely empty inventory. And the consequences hit fast. You miss free top-tier champions. You start with 0 early resources, and your account crawls like a snail. The only correct way is to start through a special promo link. With that link, the game instantly gives you 2 strong epic champions, one immediately after registration, and the second at level 25, plus energy, silver, books, and XP brews. This boost literally doubles your early progression legally. I've left 8 different links in the description for different playstyles. Let's break down 3 of the most broken ones I highly recommend starting with right now. First up is the Tyrell plus Ana combo. Tyrell is a must-have foundation for any strong account, a tanky beast whose damage scales off defense. His A3 deletes enemy turn meter by 50%, and if it fully drops it, he slams the target into a 2-turn stun. Ana plays the perfect damage support role. She applies weaken and decrease defense, so even your early game trash champs start hitting hard. And of course, you also get a solid bonus starter resource pack on top of that. Second link gives you pure aggression and damage dealers. You get Ultimate Gallic and Zargala. Gallic is basically a boss melting machine with his HP burn, shredding tanky enemies over time. And Zargala, she's an AoE blender. She wipes entire waves of mobs in seconds. Just don't hesitate to invest epic books into her, she scales insanely well. And to keep your progression non-stop, this combo also comes with a huge chunk of silver and energy potions. Third option is for players who want to survive literally anything and punish enemies back harder. Rector Drath is one of the most annoying and strongest early game supports in the entire game. With her, your team basically refuses to die, even in hopeless situations. And Fane takes the role of your main boss killer. Build her for ignore defense, merciless, savage, or lethal artifact sets, and dungeon bosses will melt in seconds. Plus, you also get a solid starter bundle, 400,000 silver, skill tomes, and XP brews. Alright, so we've created the account through the correct link, grabbed our first epics. What's next? Next is where beginners mess up again, and this one hurts the most. They simply forget to activate the starter promo code. And listen carefully, promo codes for new players last exactly 24 hours from the moment your account is created. Promo code GoFast gives you, and I'm not kidding, a free legendary right from the start. This rabbit is basically the god of speed. In Raid, speed is everything, and he doesn't just deal solid damage, he constantly boosts your entire team's turn meter passively. With him, you'll be taking turns way more often than your enemies, which is absolutely crucial in arena and dungeons. And on top of that, you also get 300,000 silver and XP brews. Next up, Firestorm. This one gives you another insane legendary that basically turns Spider's Den into a joke. She applies massive HP burn across enemies and can instantly trigger it, burning entire waves of spiders in seconds. Getting a hyper-efficient boss killer like this right from the start is extremely rare, and a huge progression boost. Promo code WRATH gives you a third legendary option. This is an incredibly tanky, powerful support that boosts turn meter, removes nasty debuffs, and buffs your whole team. With this tree-like tank in your squad, your starter team becomes insanely durable, and you basically forget what survival problems even are. Get-to-Metha 26 gives you a strong epic, but honestly, she plays like a legendary in disguise. She places team-wide block damage, extends your buffs, and provides massive healing. Entire unkillable clan boss teams are built around Demetha, and that's your main source of sacred shards and legendary books later on. Plus, you also get a 4-star chicken for leveling. Promo code GetApothecary26 gives you one of the best rare champions in the entire game, the kind people can go months without pulling from shards. He boosts speed, heals huge single target chunks, and hits 3 times on his basic attack. He fits into literally any team, is super cheap to build, and stays useful all the way through the game. And finally, get Bellower 26. A Void Affinity champ, which is already rare for beginners. Every single one of his skills is AoE. You register through the promo link, and immediately, literally the same minute, you go into the in-game menu and enter one of these codes. The third fatal mistake is the Millionaire Syndrome. You log into the game, see a pile of starter silver, and instantly start dumping resources everywhere like there's no tomorrow. You take gray and green trash gear all the way to plus 16, burn millions just swapping random items, and worst of all, you start leveling random champions just because they look cool. And the unforgivable crime that makes veteran players physically suffer is wasting rare epic and legendary skill books on blue rare champs. Your progress slams into a brick wall. You can't clear campaign anymore, and when you finally pull a real S-tier champ, you've got no silver, no XP brews, and no books left to build them. And if you're already deep in the game and made this mistake, here are 2 universal promo codes to refill your losses. First up, the super generous one gives you 1 multi-battle set for 50 attempts, 200 energy, 400,000 silver, and 500 plarium points. And second gives you 1 full energy refill, 10 chests, and 100,000 silver. Fourth mistake is basically a continuation of the last one. New players love building champions just because of vibes. This one looks cool, I'll level him. But here's the harsh truth. Raid has over 800 champions, and let's be real, about half of them are just shiny filler designed to be food for the real ones. And the consequences of this blind build whoever looks nice approach are brutal. You waste weeks farming to fully max out a trash champion and end up with a completely weak team. You can't even push mid-tier dungeons, you get farmed in arena, and your PvE progression just freezes. And closing out our list, the most ridiculous but insanely common mistake, ignoring daily rewards. A lot of beginners think, hey, skipping one day won't matter. It does matter. In Raid, daily login is literally your steady source of progression. First up, the brand new collaboration event. Log in for 7 days and you get a completely free legendary Skeletor. He's a super toxic support who steals buffs and throws petrification debuffs on enemies. And if you keep logging in for another 7 days, the game gives you a ton of resources to upgrade him. Second, the standard new player login track. In the first 7 days, you get Epic Shaman plus a full gear set. She's a solid early support with Revive that can literally save you in early boss fights. Keep logging in for the next 7 days, and you unlock Yizo with gear as well. He's a tanky lizard who throws shields and counterattack buffs, soaking all the damage for your team. And third, the long-term monthly login calendar. The more you just log in, the better the rewards get. Here are the first 3 big epics you're guaranteed to get. Khatoon, 30 days. Your arena ticket. She massively boosts turn meter and speed for your whole team. Dark Athel, 90 days. A ruthless AoE damage dealer who clears waves fast and clean. Dark Elhain, 120 days. A hard-hitting attacker and a nightmare for freeze teams, she buffs herself and performs great in dungeons. The takeaway is simple. Even if you don't have time to play, just log into Raid for 1 minute from your phone, claim your login rewards, and log out. Your account will seriously thank you for it. Alright, let's lock this in so your account grows like a rocket, not stuck crawling at the bottom. Here's your ironclad checklist. Only register through a promo link. Reminder, there are 8 exclusive starter options waiting for you in the description right now. Grab your free epics and don't start the game empty-handed. Enter your promo code immediately. The moment you create your account through the link, you've got exactly 24 hours to activate your code. And if you want to stay on top of the newest, freshest freebies, subscribe to the channel. This is where all the new codes drop first. Protect your resources. Don't waste silver and books on trash champs. And to keep your balance healthy, stick around for new videos. I regularly drop hidden codes for active players too. Only invest in real meta champs. Focus only on proven carries. If you pulled someone like Wukong from a code or Terrell from a promo link, dump everything into them. They'll carry your entire account. Claim daily rewards. Log in every day, even for just a minute. Legendary Skeletor, Shaman, and Tanky Yizo don't magically appear on your account by themselves. Drop a comment and tell me, are you actually doing everything right? What part of the video hit the hardest for you? Smash a like. This was 2GT. All the best, and remember, we're all hitting platinum someday.